What does it actually feel like to travel through Mexico the way that locals do? Traveling across Mexico by land is one of those things that usually people warn you about, especially when you are crossing certain states that most governments have in the avoid travel list. But warnings only tell one side of the story. So we decided to take the same buses locals take, across the same roads, and through places that most travelers usually skip. So hello, we are Ethan and Angela, and for the next days we're going to be traveling Mexico by bus. And well, let's just say, things got a little interesting along the way. This is my actual situation. I'm really sick. You have arrived 2 hours ago and we haven't been. This whole journey actually started because of a casual conversation with a Mexican friend. He told me that when he and his family go on holiday, even if the place is over 24 hours away, they don't fly. They just take the bus, all of them. And for them, that's totally normal. However, the journey we had ahead of us would take us across 3 states, including one that many governments advise travelers to avoid. So we just arrived to Cihuatanejo. It's the first stop. And we're taking the first 4-hour bus. We're going to be changing 3 different states. We are in Guerrero at the moment. And then I think tonight we're going to be in Guerrero as well. Tomorrow we are going to change to Oaxaca. And then Chiapas is our last destination. So it's going to be an interesting journey for sure. The first bus that we just took, it was 1 hour from the beach where we were staying to this city, and it was not AC, reggaeton, really loud in the back, and you pretty much never know where it's gonna stop. Like, people just stop the combi in the middle of the street, and yeah, we're a bit hungry, so we're gonna eat something and get ready for the bus. Still, we decided we wanted to travel the same way locals do, and we figured that way, at least, we would get to see places that we wouldn't see any other way. It's funny because I speak Spanish, like Spanish is my main language, but I still have to ask what is everything in the menu because it's so different. I don't know what anything is. And we just ordered 2 things that we have no idea what they are, but we might as well try.
You order 2 plates and then you share if both are good, but if one's good, you eat the other.
It's true that I always convince Ethan to share something, and then the deal is that I get what I like the most and he gets what I like the less. And we're happy that way. Muchas gracias, wow.
Los servicios de primera.
We are about to start our second bus trip. This one at least is like a proper bus, so we have AC, and it's gonna be 4.5 hours, so it's not that bad. Yeah, but so far so good.
That's a good first class.
First class, yeah, we are in first class. What is the first class, you may ask? Well, it's exactly the same, but they call this first class, and I don't know what economic class it is. Probably
Yeah, I think it's good. Like, this seems better than some buses I've taken in Amtrak in the US. Way worse than this.
That's true. That's true.
It's really good.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, the second we decided to cross Mexico by land, those little worries in my head show up. Because we all have heard the stories, and you can't help but wonder what it's really going to be like. We are almost there. We have been in this bus for over 5 hours now. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be 4.5 hours, and it's actually 5.5 hours. So we have been in this bus for so long, but we're almost there. It hasn't been that bad, to be honest. Ethan has been addicted to this movie. What is the name of the movie? The Illusion? Now You See Me. Yeah, the movie Now You See Me. But they are playing in Spanish.
No le gusta un buen truco.
Which is pretty funny with Spanish subtitles. But I guess he's learning. Are you learning?
A little bit, yeah.
At this point, we were getting closer to the city that we have read so many warnings about, and then we realized we had our own dilemma to face. Okay, so it's been 2 days since we arrived to Acapulco,
where we were supposed to stay only for one night, but we found a really cheap, really awesome hotel. So we ended up staying a bit longer, and we're gonna take the third. We're gonna take the third bus today of our trip. It's gonna be around 8 hour bus, and it's the one that make us more nervous because we have three options, and actually we haven't quite booked it yet. Like, we're hoping to just book it straight in the bus station, because there is three options. One was 8 in the morning that we decided not to take it so we could enjoy the hotel a bit longer. Another one is 5 in the evening, that is the one we're gonna take, and the other one is the overnight one. At first we thought taking the overnight one so we could save a hotel night and sleep in the bus, but we are in the state of Guerrero, so it's one of the most affected by cartel in the whole Mexico. So we have decided that probably we're not going to do the overnight one, and we're going to do the evening one, which is still, we're going to need to travel by night because we arrive at 1 in the morning. But I think by the time it's going to get dark, we're going to be already in Oaxaca, so we won't be in Guerrero. So yeah, it's the one that makes us a bit more nervous. One more thing that I wanted to say about the bus is that if you think that because you are traveling by bus in Mexico it's going to be really hot, no, it's not. I mean, I guess there is different bus type, and there is the economic and the first class. We would never even see the option of economic one. We were only given the option of first class, and still it was not expensive. But yeah, all the first class buses has AC. And I have been sick for the last 2 days that we have been here because of the AC. Because it's always so hot outside, and then it's so cold inside the bus, and then you go outside again, it's cold, hot, and then you go inside the bus and it's cold. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're traveling by bus in Mexico.
On the way to the station, we took a taxi and we ended up chatting with our driver. He told us that Acapulco has 2 main cartels, but that they don't really mess with tourists. He was also telling us how sad it was for him that such a beautiful city with so much to offer barely gets any tourism anymore because of its reputation.
We have just embarked in the third bus. This one is supposed to be first class as well, but it's completely different to the other one. It smells like pee. And it's so hot. We're supposed to be having AC, and it's just up here, but it's so hot. And we have 8 more hours of this, so wish us luck. Also, I guess we're gonna be watching movies the whole day the whole trip because we have the TV. Yes, yeah.
And just like that, we were off again. Little did I know what this journey had in store for me.
Update at 8 in the evening. We have been 3 hours, actually not even 3 hours, 2.5 hours in the bus. It is pretty cold, so not hot. I regret what I said. We're sitting next to the toilet, so everyone is coming in and out constantly, and it smells like pee really strong. But apart from that, everything is great. We was finishing our second movie in Spanish. The bus is not busy at all, so I have 2 seats by myself, and Ethan has another 2 behind me. And yeah, it's not scary. So far so good. This is my actual situation. I'm really sick. You have arrived 2 hours ago and we haven't. Yeah, we're not posting this.
So yeah, I got pretty sick. And funny enough, after worrying about all the things that could go wrong, the only one that actually went wrong was the one that I least expected. But thankfully, we still have a few days in Puerto Escondido, where we could get some rest, because we still had one more bus drive to go through. The last bus completely surprised us. For the first time, we weren't the only tourists. People from all over were in the bus with us, and honestly, the service seems more like an airplane than an actual bus.
Okay, so this is by far the fanciest one. It really looked like an airplane. We got a complimentary drink. We got some headphones. You have so much room in your seat, and we have a screen. There are toilets, like bathroom, and there is like female and male. Yeah, it's great. Actually, I think I'm gonna have a really comfortable total.
What can I say? Every trip has ups and downs, but for us, traveling by bus in Mexico was a great experience. We got to see many places we wouldn't have seen any other way. We met the most welcoming people, even though we were in the most dangerous state. And now we were ready to enjoy our last days in Mexico before heading to a completely new, different country. But well, that's a story for another day.